Ladies and gentlemen, the path to victory begins not in the external world, but deep within the fortress of your own mind. The mindset of a winner is not a fleeting feeling or a momentary surge of confidence. It is a persistent, deliberate, and unwavering state of being, a state that shapes every decision, every action, every thought. To think like a winner, you must first understand that success is not a matter of luck or chance. It is the inevitable outcome of a definite purpose, backed by relentless faith and purposeful action. Winners know exactly what they want. Their desires are so clear, so vivid, that their minds refuse to entertain any other possibility. This clarity of purpose fuels their belief. The mind of a winner is a mind that never doubts, never hesitates, never falters. It is a mind that embraces obstacles as opportunities, setbacks as lessons, and failures as stepping stones. Because winners do not fear failure, they understand it as a necessary part of the journey toward greatness. The mindset of a winner is built on discipline. It demands daily sacrifice, persistence in the face of discouragement, and the courage to keep going when others quit. Winners do not wait for conditions to be perfect. They create their own perfect conditions through sheer willpower and positive expectation. You must guard your mind against negative influences. The voices of doubt, whether from within or without, are the greatest enemies of success. Winners feed their minds with empowering thoughts, with affirmations of strength, with visions of triumph. They become the masters of their own mental environment. Moreover, the mindset of a winner recognizes the power of definiteness of decision. Indecision breeds fear, fear breeds procrastination, and procrastination kills dreams. Winners decide quickly and change their minds slowly, if at all. Their decisions are backed by unwavering commitment. Above all, winners know that true victory is not just measured by wealth or fame, but by the growth of character. The winning mind seeks to improve itself continuously. It learns from every experience, it adapts, it evolves. This growth mindset ensures that victory is not a one-time event but a lifelong journey. So, ask yourself this: are you nurturing the mindset of a winner? Are you clear about what you want? Do you believe in your ability to achieve it? Are you willing to endure the trials, to overcome the setbacks, and to persist until you succeed? Remember, success begins with your mind. Feed it with purpose, shield it with faith, drive it with discipline, and nothing in this world can stop you from becoming the winner you were destined to be. There is no force more powerful in the universe than a mind that knows exactly what it wants. Clarity of purpose is the foundation upon which all great success is built. Without it, the mind drifts aimlessly like a ship lost in the fog, at the mercy of every wind and current. But when your purpose is clear and unwavering, you become a magnet for all the resources, opportunities, and ideas needed to realize your goal. The very first step toward achieving anything worthwhile is to define your objective with absolute precision. It is not enough to say, "I want to be successful," or "I want to be rich." These are vague and general desires, easily forgotten or abandoned when challenges arise. A winner's mind rejects vagueness. It demands specific, concrete goals. You must know the exact amount of money you desire, the precise position you seek, or the particular contribution you intend to make to the world. Your purpose must be so definite that it can be stated clearly in a single sentence or phrase, and that sentence must burn in your heart like a beacon. Why is this clarity so essential? Because the subconscious mind, which is responsible for turning thoughts into reality, responds best to definite instructions. When your purpose is clear, your subconscious mind sets to work without hesitation, aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions in harmony toward that one objective. It filters your perceptions, so you begin to see opportunities where others see only obstacles. It ignites your creativity, generating ideas and solutions that lead you closer to your goal. Consider the stories of those who have reached the pinnacle of success. What distinguishes them is not merely talent or luck, but the unshakable certainty of their purpose. They did not wander through life hoping for fortune. They marched forward with a mission so compelling it propelled them over every barrier. Their clarity gave them direction. It gave them persistence. It gave them the power to say no to distractions and yes to the tasks that mattered most. It is important to understand that clarity of purpose is not a static concept. It is a living, breathing force within you that must be nurtured and reaffirmed daily. Many fail not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because their purpose wavers. Their minds grow cluttered with doubt, indecision, and fear. They allow themselves to be influenced by the opinions of others or distracted by trivial matters. The result is a weakening of the mental power needed to achieve greatness. To cultivate this clarity, you must begin with deep introspection. Ask yourself, what do I truly desire? What is the one thing that, if I achieved it, would bring me the greatest fulfillment? Write it down, visualize it, feel it as if it is already yours. This emotional connection to your purpose is what fuels motivation and commitment when the going gets tough. Then create a definite plan of action to achieve your goal. A clear purpose without a plan is like a ship without a rudder. The plan serves as a roadmap, breaking down your ultimate objective into manageable steps. This not only makes the goal more attainable, but also reinforces your clarity, because every action you take is aligned with your purpose. Remember, clarity of purpose also gives you power over your time and energy. When your objective is clear, you know exactly where to invest your efforts. You avoid wasting precious hours on meaningless activities or distractions. Instead, you focus relentlessly on what moves you forward. The winner's mind understands that time is the one resource that cannot be replaced or regained. It is guarded jealously and used wisely. Moreover, clarity of purpose strengthens your confidence. When you know where you're going and why, fear and doubt lose their grip. You develop a conviction so strong that even failure cannot shake it. Setbacks become temporary detours rather than dead ends. This inner certainty creates resilience, a key trait of every winner. Some might argue that clarity is difficult to achieve in a world filled with uncertainty and change. Yet, it is precisely in these times that clarity becomes most critical. When everything around you seems chaotic, your clear purpose acts as an anchor, keeping you steady and focused. It is the compass that guides you through storms and confusion. In fact, clarity of purpose is not a gift reserved for a chosen few. It is a discipline, a habit that can be developed by anyone willing to invest the time and effort. Begin each day by reaffirming your purpose. Write it down, speak it aloud, imagine the benefits that await you upon achieving it. Let this clarity be the fuel that propels you through challenges and elevates your spirit in moments of doubt. In closing, remember this: the mind cannot hit a target it cannot see. If your goal is vague, your actions will be scattered and your progress slow. But when your purpose is clear, your mind becomes a powerful instrument of focused energy and unstoppable will. You will attract the people, ideas, and circumstances that support your victory. You will find within yourself the strength to persevere, and most importantly, you will become the master of your own destiny. The choice is yours. Will you settle for wandering without direction, or will you claim the clarity of purpose that belongs to every winner? Make the decision now, and begin to see your life transform in ways you never thought possible. There is a hidden power that lives within every human mind, a power so strong that it can move mountains, shatter barriers, and turn the impossible into reality. This power is belief, but not just any belief. The belief of a winner is unshakable, unwavering, and absolute. It is the cornerstone upon which all success rests. Without it, even the clearest goals and most brilliant plans will crumble like sandcastles in the tide. To believe is to have faith in yourself and your purpose so deeply that no external force can break your spirit. It is a certainty so firm that doubts become mere whispers, easily ignored. Winners understand that belief is the bridge between desire and its fulfillment. The moment doubt seeps into the mind, that bridge weakens and failure creeps in. This unshakable belief is not born of wishful thinking or blind optimism. It is born of knowledge, conviction, and repetition. You do not simply say, "I believe I can succeed," and then wait for success to appear. True belief is cultivated day after day through deliberate affirmation and action. It is the steady drumbeat that drives you forward when everything inside urges you to quit. Consider this. Every great achievement in history began with someone who believed they could accomplish what others thought impossible. This belief fueled their passion, sharpened their focus, and sustained their efforts through hardship. It allowed them to visualize success so clearly that it became a magnetic force, pulling their circumstances and resources into alignment. When belief is strong, fear loses its grip. Fear is the enemy of progress, the thief of dreams. It creeps into the mind disguised as caution or reason, but its true purpose is to paralyze. Winners recognize fear for what it is, a challenge to overcome, not a signal to retreat. Their belief in themselves is a shield that deflects fear's arrows, leaving them free to act with courage and determination. But belief alone is not enough. It must be accompanied by faith in the unseen, the power of the subconscious mind, the law of attraction, or whatever name you choose to give it. This faith is the engine that converts belief into reality. It works quietly, persistently, behind the scenes, drawing to you the people, ideas, and opportunities necessary for success. Many give up because they expect immediate results. They believe for a moment, and then, when the world does not instantly change, they doubt. They forget that belief is a long game, a steady, patient trust that the universe will respond to their certainty. Winners understand this, and their faith is unwavering, even in the darkest hours. How can you cultivate this unshakable belief? First, you must feed your mind with positive, empowering thoughts. The mind is like fertile soil. Whatever seeds you plant will grow. If you plant doubt, fear, or negativity, these will choke your dreams. But if you plant faith, courage, and confidence, these will bloom into action and achievement. Next, surround yourself with influences that strengthen your belief. The company you keep, the books you read, and the ideas you absorb all shape your mindset. Winners choose their influences carefully, guarding their minds from negativity and skepticism. They seek out mentors, success stories, and affirmations that remind them of their potential and purpose. Repetition is another key. Affirm your belief daily. Speak your goals with conviction. Visualize your success vividly. These practices train the subconscious mind to accept your desires as reality, aligning your thoughts and actions with the attainment of your goal. Over time, belief becomes ingrained, a permanent state rather than a fleeting emotion. Remember, the mind is a powerful tool, but like any tool, it must be wielded skillfully. Unshakable belief requires discipline and focus. It demands that you reject negative self-talk and replace it with declarations of strength and ability. It means choosing faith over fear every time doubt threatens to creep in. Moreover, unshakable belief transforms how you respond to obstacles. When challenges arise, and they will, winners do not crumble or despair. Instead, their belief gives them the resilience to see beyond the problem to the solution. It empowers them to learn from failure, to adapt, and to keep moving forward with even greater determination. There is a law of the mind. What you believe, you become. This is not mere philosophy, but proven truth. Your belief shapes your identity, your actions, and ultimately your destiny. The greatest barrier between you and your success is the limitation you place on your own belief. So ask yourself this: how strong is your belief today? Are you willing to cultivate it with the same care and commitment as a gardener tending a precious plant? Are you prepared to defend it against doubt, fear, and negativity? If you can answer yes, you have taken the most important step toward becoming a winner. In closing, remember this vital truth: belief is the seed from which all success grows. It is the invisible force that transforms dreams into reality. Without belief, you will drift. With belief, you become unstoppable. The choice is yours. Cultivate that belief, protect it fiercely, and watch how your life transforms beyond your wildest imagination. There is no substitute for discipline and persistence on the road to victory. Talent alone, no matter how brilliant, will not carry you to the heights of success, nor will luck, which is merely opportunity meeting preparation. It is the steadfast discipline to act with consistency and the relentless persistence to endure through adversity that separates the winners from the rest. Discipline is the invisible hand that shapes the mind and molds character. It is the habit of doing what must be done, whether you feel like it or not. Winners understand that desire and enthusiasm will only take you so far. Without discipline, they quickly fade like a candle in the wind. Discipline is the steady flame that keeps your purpose alive during moments of doubt, fatigue, and temptation. Every day presents a choice: to stay committed to your goal or to surrender to comfort and distraction. The winner chooses the former even when it is difficult. They rise early, prepare thoroughly, and act decisively. They make sacrifices, giving up short-term pleasures for long-term gain. This requires willpower and mental toughness, qualities that are developed only through practice and repetition. Consider the power of a single disciplined habit repeated daily. It may seem insignificant at first, but over weeks, months, and years, it compounds into extraordinary results. The winner's mind knows this well and never underestimates the importance of small, consistent actions. They understand that success is built brick by brick, day by day, not in sudden bursts of effort. Persistence is the partner of discipline, the determination to keep moving forward despite obstacles, setbacks, and failures. It is the refusal to accept no as the final answer. Many give up just before reaching their breakthrough because they lack persistence. Winners, however, welcome challenges as tests of their resolve and opportunities to grow stronger. There is a powerful truth to remember: the path to success is rarely smooth or straight. It is often winding, full of unexpected difficulties. Without persistence, these hurdles become reasons to quit, but with persistence, they become stepping stones to greater achievement. The winner's mind embraces failure not as defeat but as a lesson, a necessary part of the journey. Persistence also builds confidence. Each time you overcome a challenge, you prove to yourself that you are capable. This self-trust strengthens your resolve and makes you more resilient in future trials. The more you persist, the less fear and doubt can influence your decisions. Many who fail to achieve their goals do so not because they lack ability, but because they lack the willingness to endure. They seek instant gratification, quick results, or easy success. The winner understands that true accomplishment requires time, effort, and often discomfort. They are willing to push through weariness and frustration, knowing that perseverance will eventually lead to victory. Discipline and persistence also sharpen your focus. When you commit fully to your purpose, distractions lose their power. You develop the ability to say no to activities and thoughts that do not serve your goal. The winner's mind is a fortress, protected from the noise of doubt and temptation. This mental clarity allows you to channel your energy efficiently and productively. To cultivate discipline and persistence, begin by setting clear, manageable daily goals. Break your larger purpose into small, actionable steps and commit to completing them consistently. This builds momentum and reinforces your commitment. Reward yourself for progress, but never allow yourself to become complacent. Also, prepare yourself mentally for setbacks. Know that challenges will come, and instead of fearing them, welcome them as opportunities to prove your strength. When you fall, get up quickly. Each failure is only a temporary delay, not a permanent defeat. Remember that discipline and persistence are not traits you either have or don't have. They are habits you develop. Like muscles, they grow stronger with use. The more you practice self-control and determination, the easier it becomes to maintain them. Over time, your willpower becomes almost automatic, guiding your actions without struggle. The successful person understands the power of commitment. They do not waver in the face of difficulty. They do not rely on motivation alone, which is fleeting and unreliable. Instead, they create a system of discipline that carries them forward, day in and day out. Finally, discipline and persistence create a powerful feedback loop with confidence and belief. As you follow through on your commitments, your belief in yourself deepens. This belief fuels further persistence, and the cycle continues, driving you closer to your goal. In conclusion, discipline and persistence are the twin engines that power every winner's journey. Without them, talent remains unfulfilled potential, and dreams remain distant fantasies. With them, you gain the ability to overcome any obstacle, endure any hardship, and ultimately claim the victory that is your rightful destiny. The question is this: are you willing to pay the price? Are you ready to forge your mind into an unbreakable force through daily discipline and relentless persistence? If so, no power on earth can stop you from becoming the winner you were meant to be. The mind is the battlefield where success is won or lost. It is a garden, fertile and ready to grow whatever seeds you plant within it. The power to control your thoughts is the power to control your destiny. No external force can influence your life more profoundly than the thoughts you choose to entertain. Winners understand this truth and guard their minds with the vigilance of a soldier protecting a fortress. Control over thoughts is not a passive state, it is an active, deliberate practice. The human mind is naturally inclined to wander, to entertain fears, doubts, and distractions. Left unchecked, these negative thoughts multiply like weeds, choking the growth of ambition and hope. But a disciplined mind uproots these weeds and plants seeds of faith, courage, and success. Every thought you think sends a message to your subconscious mind, which then acts upon that message to shape your habits, your decisions, and ultimately your reality. If your mind dwells on failure, fear, or inadequacy, you condition yourself to expect defeat. But if your thoughts are filled with confidence, determination, and vision, your subconscious mind will work tirelessly to bring those qualities to life. Control over your thoughts means becoming the master of your mental environment. It means refusing to let negative influences, whether from other people, the media, or your own self-talk, take root in your mind. Winners are selective about the mental food they consume. They feed on inspiration, success stories, and affirmations that reinforce their purpose and boost their belief. This control is not merely about positive thinking, it is about mental discipline. It is about recognizing destructive thoughts as soon as they arise and consciously replacing them with empowering ones. This requires self-awareness, a keen sense of the inner dialogue taking place within you. The moment you notice a thought of doubt or fear, you must act quickly to substitute it with a thought of strength or hope. Visualization is a powerful tool in this practice. Winners see their goals clearly in their mind's eye. They imagine themselves achieving success, feeling the emotions of victory, and experiencing the rewards. This mental rehearsal programs the subconscious to align with that vision, creating a powerful magnetic force that draws circumstances, ideas, and people into their life to support that outcome. Control over thoughts also demands that you protect yourself from toxic influences. This means avoiding negative conversations, limiting exposure to pessimistic news, and distancing yourself from those who drain your energy or undermine your confidence. Your mind is your most valuable asset, and it deserves the same protection you would give to any precious treasure. It is important to understand that controlling your thoughts is not about suppressing emotions or denying reality. It is about choosing which thoughts to nurture and which to discard. You do not ignore problems, instead you approach them with a constructive mindset that focuses on solutions rather than obstacles. The winner's mind understands that thoughts are the architects of action. What you think today shapes the habits you form tomorrow and the results you achieve the day after. Therefore, control over thoughts is the first step toward mastering your actions and your life. This mental mastery is what separates winners from those who drift through life aimlessly. Winners do not allow themselves to be victims of circumstance or slaves to negative emotions. Instead, they rise above by commanding their minds to focus on what they want, not what they fear. To develop this control, start by becoming aware of your habitual thoughts. Keep a mental or written journal of recurring thoughts, especially those that limit you. Then, create a plan to replace these limiting beliefs with affirmations of power and possibility. Repeat these affirmations daily, especially in moments of doubt or challenge. Meditation and mindfulness practices can also strengthen your ability to control your thoughts. These disciplines train your mind to observe thoughts without attachment, enabling you to choose consciously which ones to engage and which to release. Over time, this creates a mental environment that supports your highest aspirations. Remember, the mind is like a muscle. The more you exercise control, the stronger it becomes. The initial effort to change your thinking patterns may feel difficult, but persistence will make it effortless. Eventually, controlling your thoughts will become second nature, a natural part of your daily routine. In conclusion, control over your thoughts is the gateway to controlling your life. It is the foundation upon which every winner builds their success. By mastering your mental environment, you gain the power to shape your actions, your character, and your destiny. The mind that is disciplined in thought is a mind that cannot be defeated. Ask yourself, are you tending the garden of your mind with care and intention? Are you planting seeds that will grow into victory? The power to win lies not in your circumstances, but in your ability to command your thoughts. Choose wisely and watch how your life transforms beyond your greatest dreams. True victory begins the moment you take full responsibility for your life. It is a truth often overlooked but of profound importance. No one else controls your destiny but you. The winner's mind refuses to accept excuses, blame, or the victim mentality. It recognizes that every circumstance, every outcome, is the direct result of decisions made by oneself. This acceptance of responsibility is the foundation upon which power and freedom are built. To take responsibility means to claim ownership over your thoughts, your actions, and the results they produce. It is the acknowledgement that no matter what has happened in the past, the present moment offers you the chance to steer your life in the direction you desire. The mind that embraces responsibility transforms obstacles into challenges, setbacks into lessons, and failures into stepping stones toward success. Many falter because they look outward for reasons to justify their failures. They blame their environment, their upbringing, or the actions of others. This attitude, though understandable, is ultimately disempowering. When you give your power away by blaming external forces, you become a passenger in your own life, drifting aimlessly rather than charting a course. Winners, however, seize the reins with confidence. They understand that while they cannot control every external event, they can always control their response. It is not what happens to you, but how you respond that defines your character and your destiny. Taking responsibility means choosing to respond with courage, determination, and intelligence rather than with excuses or defeat. This mindset breeds independence. When you take full responsibility, you become self-reliant. You stop waiting for permission, approval, or rescue. You become the captain of your ship, accountable for navigating through storms and calm seas alike. This independence is the hallmark of all great achievers. Taking responsibility also means committing to continuous self-improvement. Winners do not blame others for their shortcomings. Instead, they look inward to identify where they can grow, learn, and adapt. They ask themselves tough questions. What could I have done differently? What lesson can I extract from this experience? How can I improve tomorrow? This process of self-examination and growth is vital. It turns mistakes into opportunities and transforms failures into valuable knowledge. The refusal to take responsibility denies you this power and traps you in cycles of frustration and regret. Moreover, responsibility empowers you to take action. It compels you to move forward rather than waiting for circumstances to change. It is the recognition that your future is in your hands and every step you take shapes the path ahead. This active engagement with life creates momentum that propels you toward your goals. Remember, no one is born a winner by chance. Winners create their victories by taking full ownership of their lives. They understand that power lies not in external conditions, but in the choices they make every moment. When you accept this truth, you unlock a reservoir of strength and resilience within yourself. Taking responsibility is not easy. It demands honesty, humility, and courage. It means confronting uncomfortable truths about yourself and your situation without blame or denial. But it is through this honesty that real growth occurs. The mind that embraces responsibility becomes a powerful force for change. It sheds the chains of victimhood and steps into the realm of empowerment. It cultivates a mindset that says, I am the architect of my destiny. I will not be defined by my circumstances, but by my decisions and actions. To cultivate this mindset, begin by refusing to blame. When faced with a problem or failure, pause and ask, what role did I play in this? What can I do to improve? How can I move forward? Practice answering these questions with honesty and without defensiveness. Next, take ownership of your daily actions. Success is built not only on grand gestures, but on consistent, responsible behavior. Showing up on time, completing your work, following through on promises. These small acts accumulate into a powerful habit of responsibility. Surround yourself with others who share this mindset. Negative influences that encourage excuses or complaints will weaken your resolve. Instead, find mentors, friends, and allies who embrace responsibility and inspire you to do the same. In conclusion, the mindset of taking responsibility is the gateway to true freedom and success. It transforms you from a passive victim of circumstance into an active creator of your life. By claiming ownership of your thoughts, actions, and results, you unlock the power to shape your destiny. Ask yourself now, are you ready to accept this responsibility? Are you prepared to stop blaming and start leading your life with purpose and accountability? When you do, you will find within yourself the strength to overcome any challenge and the clarity to achieve any goal. The choice is yours. Embrace responsibility and become the winner you were always meant to be. In the journey toward success, the mind of a winner does not linger on problems. It relentlessly seeks solutions. This distinction is critical, for it is not the presence of problems that determines your fate, but the manner in which you confront them. Every obstacle carries within it the seed of opportunity, but only those who focus their minds on solutions will unlock that potential and transform adversity into achievement. The average mind is quick to complain and slow to act. When faced with difficulty, many become consumed by frustration, fear, or self-pity. They magnify their problems until these challenges appear insurmountable, paralyzing their efforts and dimming their hope. The winner's mind, however, is disciplined to shift attention away from the problem itself and toward the possibilities it conceals. This focus on solutions is not a denial of reality. It is not ignoring the problem or pretending it does not exist. Rather, it is an active, constructive approach that acknowledges the challenge but refuses to be overwhelmed by it. It is the choice to direct energy and thought toward creating answers, not excuses. Problems are inevitable. No great achievement has ever been accomplished without them. But problems do not create failure. Failure is created by the inability or unwillingness to solve them. Winners understand this and face every problem with determination and creativity. They ask themselves, what can I do now? What options do I have? What resources can I leverage? This mindset fosters resilience. When a setback occurs, the winner does not fall into despair or blame. Instead, they analyze the situation, identify the root cause, and begin to formulate a plan. They look for alternative routes, gather new information, and seek advice if necessary. Their mind becomes a workshop of innovation and adaptability. The power of focusing on solutions lies in its ability to cultivate optimism and confidence. When your mind is geared toward solving, you develop a belief that no matter how difficult the problem, a way forward exists. This belief propels you to act, and action breeds results. In contrast, focusing on problems breeds doubt and stagnation. To sharpen this focus, begin by consciously redirecting your thoughts the moment a problem arises. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "How can I overcome this?" This subtle shift in questioning changes your brain's activity from negative fixation to proactive problem solving. Furthermore, winners develop the habit of breaking down large problems into smaller, manageable parts. This prevents overwhelm and makes solutions more accessible. By tackling one piece at a time, progress is steady and confidence grows with each small victory. Another powerful tool is surrounding yourself with solution-oriented individuals. Their mindset will influence yours, creating a supportive environment that encourages creative thinking and persistence. Avoid those who dwell on problems without seeking answers, as their energy can drain your motivation. Winners also recognize the value of persistence in problem solving. Rarely does a perfect solution present itself immediately. It requires trial and error, adjustment, and perseverance. Each attempt provides valuable feedback that refines your approach. The winner welcomes this process as an essential part of progress. In addition, focusing on solutions sharpens your decision-making skills. When you cultivate a mindset of finding answers, you become quicker and more decisive. Indecision often stems from fear and fixation on obstacles. A solution-focused mind cuts through hesitation by concentrating on what must be done. Remember, problems are temporary. The solutions you create can lead to lasting success. Your ability to focus on solutions transforms challenges from barriers into stepping stones. It is the hallmark of every great achiever and the foundation of all victories. To develop this focus, practice daily exercises that train your mind to seek solutions. When faced with even minor issues, ask yourself, what is the best way to handle this? What lessons can I learn? How can this experience improve me? Over time, this practice rewires your brain to become naturally solution-oriented. In closing, understand that your mental focus is the architect of your reality. Choose to build your thoughts on solutions rather than problems. This choice will empower you to overcome adversity, innovate continuously, and maintain the unwavering belief that every problem carries within it the promise of success. Ask yourself, are you ready to shift your focus from obstacles to opportunities? Are you prepared to engage your mind as a creative force, relentlessly searching for answers? When you do, you will find that no problem is too great and no goal is beyond your reach. The mind that focuses on solutions is the mind that wins. Embrace this mindset, and you will become unstoppable.